Hello everyone, it's me Anjana from LearnoHub, the free learning platform where you can study math, science and SST absolutely free at learnohub.com. In today's class, we are going to discuss ICSE Class 10 Maths Chapter 1, Goods and Service Taxes. We'll learn all the concepts with examples and solve many more questions available in the exercise 1A. Are you all ready? Yes, let's begin. Goods and Service Tax, GST. This is a word you all are familiar with. When you go to a supermarket or get some movie tickets, you might have heard the word GST there. Like last time when you went to KFC and ordered something for rupees just 99, but you had to pay rupees 120. When you ask the staff, they say, "This is GST, sir." Now I have a bill with me. When I check the bill, the total price I had paid is rupees 82. But my products were only of rupees 70.81. Then I was wondering, where did this extra amount come from? When I checked this bill in detail, I found that there were some terms like GST, CGST, SGST, IGST given. And I had to pay all these GSTs there. Now you want to know what these are, right? Yes. After studying this, next time when you go with your friend to the cafeteria and order a coffee and sandwich, you will be able to explain to him what this GST amount that we paid is. Okay? Ready? Let's learn. We know tax is an amount that is paid to the government. There are two types of taxes. One is a direct tax and the second is indirect tax. Direct tax, those that are levied on the income of individuals or organization. That is, it depends on the income of the individual or an organization. For example, a person's salary is 1.5 lakhs. He is a rich guy. He is getting a salary of 1.5 lakhs per month. Do you think this 1.5 lakhs reaches his account every month? No, here what happens is some amount the government pulls and only the remaining amount reaches his account. Say for example, government takes 10% of his salary every month. What is 10% of 1.5 lakh? We know to do percentage calculations, right? 10 by 100 into 1.5 lakhs. That is 1,50,000. Now, you can cancel out the zeros. You will be getting 15,000 rupees. So, this 15,000 rupees of his salary goes to the government. What is remaining? You will be getting 1.35 lakhs. 1.35 lakhs. This is the amount that reaches his account every month. Such a tax is known as income tax. So, income tax is a direct tax. Next, if a person is running a business, he is not an employee in an organization, he is running a business. In that case also, he will be having some profit. Of this profit, a certain amount goes to the government. This type of taxes are known as corporate taxes, because in both these cases, whether it is an income tax or the corporate tax, we know the exact amount that we are paying to the government. That is why this is known as direct tax. Now, what about the case of poor people? Here we have discussed two cases. One was an employee with a salary of 1.5 lakhs and the second was a business person who is having great profits. What about a person who is not having sufficient salary? In that case, do you think they are also paying any tax? Yes, they are also paying taxes. But these taxes are known as indirect taxes because we don't know the exact amount that is going to the government. For example, when you purchase some products, that is, those that are paid by consumers or organization, when they buy goods or services or both, these are known as indirect taxes. For example, you have this chocolate, you have this toothpaste. Do you think you pay taxes for these items? Yes. Maybe this cost 50 rupees. Out of this 50 rupees, certain amount is tax. The shopkeeper doesn't get this complete 50 rupees. He will be getting only the amount after the GST, the amount that goes to the government. So, in this chapter, we will be discussing about goods and service taxes, that is GST, which is an example of indirect tax. Now, all these commodities may be toothpaste, soaps, detergents, etc. Whatever we are purchasing, we are paying an amount to the government. Okay, these taxes are known as indirect taxes. Is the idea clear? What direct and indirect taxes are? In case of direct tax, we know the exact amount we are paying to the government. In case of indirect tax, we don't know the exact amount because you will be having, when we take this products, you can find there somewhere it will be written like inclusive or all taxes. Inclusive of all taxes means tax is included within. Okay, clear? Before going deeper into this chapter, we need to understand a few important terms. First is the wholesaler, a person who sells goods in large quantities. We don't purchase our products from wholesalers. We go to the normal shops and purchase. These shopkeepers get their products from the wholesaler. Second is the dealer. Dealer is a normal shopkeeper, a person who buys goods or services for resale. Resale, that is, reselling is being done. He purchases products from the wholesaler and sells it to someone else. Third, customer, that is, we people who purchases and there is no more reselling. A person who buys goods or services from shop. They use the product, there is no reselling happening here. Next, cost price. Cost price is the price at which trader buys goods. So here, let's take the dealer. Dealer is getting goods from the wholesaler. At what price the dealer purchases the goods from the wholesaler is what the cost price is. Next, marked price. Now, after getting the goods, the shopkeeper needs some profit, right? For that, what he does is he will be adding a profit to this. So, this profit plus the cost price, he will be selling the product. That is what the marked price is. Okay, price at which an article is marked. At this marked price, the products will be sold to the customer. Clear? Next, discount. Discount is something we are all excited to hear. If we go to a Reliance Trends or a Max and we look around, you find a board saying 50% discount. We'll go there and grab the product, right? So, shopping becomes more exciting when there is a discount. Actually, the shopkeepers wants his old stocks to be sold out. So, this is the reason why he fixes a discount. So, discount is a reduction made from the marked price. Next, selling price. Selling price is a price at which the products are being sold out. That is, at what price we get the products. Price at which a trader sells his goods with discount. Now, there is a relation connecting selling price, discount and the marked price. You should remember this. Selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. So, we know that the shopkeeper will fix a discount. This discount should be subtracted from the marked price in order to get selling price. Clear? So, keep an idea of this. We'll be using these in this chapter. Wholesaler, dealer, customer, cost price, marked price, discount, selling price and how we calculate the selling price. Clear? Let's now study how to calculate tax. Here we have an example, a wholesaler, a shopkeeper and customer. Now, when the shopkeeper purchases products from the wholesaler, he will be paying an amount. This amount is our cost price. Okay, at cost price, shopkeeper purchases products from the wholesaler. Now, the shopkeeper sells his product to the customer at some price that we need to determine, which is our selling price. Before that, the shopkeeper will put some profit and a marked price is given. Okay, when the marked price is known, again to attract the customers, what shopkeeper does is he fixes a discount. Discount will always be in terms of some percentage, maybe 50% discount, 10% discount. Like that. For example, some 10% discount is given by the shopkeeper. Okay. Now, when the discount percentage is known, you can calculate the discount. So, discount is always calculated on marked price. Do remember this point? With respect to marked price, the discount is calculated. Discount is equal to rate of discount into marked price. This is how you calculate the discount. Clear? With respect to marked price. Now we know what the discount is. We have studied a relation connecting the selling price, marked price and discount. Selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. Now we know what are selling prices. Once the selling price is known, we can calculate the tax. If in case there is no discount, that is, when an article is sold without any discount, in that case, what is the relation between selling price and marked price? There is no discount. Discount is equal to 0. You will be getting selling price is equal to marked price if there is no discount. It is not necessary that the shopkeeper gives you a discount always. There are chances there is no discount. In that case, selling price and marked price are equal. Now, in order to compute the tax, tax is always calculated on selling price. Tax is calculated with respect to selling price and discount is calculated with respect to marked price. Do remember these points? Tax is equal to rate of tax into selling price. When you do many problems, you will understand this. So, in order to find tax, we need to first find discount. When marked price is given, we find the discount first. After finding discount, selling price is calculated. Selling price we know is marked price minus discount. After getting selling price, only then you can calculate the tax because tax depends on the selling price. Clear? We'll be doing more examples. You'll understand the concept clearly. Let's now solve a simple example just to understand how to calculate the tax amount and the total amount. Here is our question. Dinesh buys a chair marked at rupees 5,000 at a discount of 20% on the marked price. The rate of tax being 18%, calculate the tax Dinesh has to pay for this purchase. Also, find the total amount to be paid by Dinesh. Is the question clear? What are the given quantities? We have the marked price given. MRP is given, that is rupees 5,000. Yes, rupees 5,000. Then discount of 20%, that is discount percentage. Discount percentage is given is equal to 20%. Rate of tax is given. Rate of tax is equal to yes, that is 18%. Okay, 18%. First, we need to find the discount amount. How do you calculate the discount? Discount is equal to, we have studied how to calculate discount. Discount percentage of marked price. That is, discount is equal to here 20% of the marked price. That is rupees 5,000. 20% of rupees 5,000. Which is equal to 20% can be written as 20 divided by 100 into 5,000. Yes, into 5,000. Which is equal to, you can cancel out the zeros, 20 into 50, that is rupees 1,000. Now this rupees 1,000 is your discount. When your discount is known and the MRP is given, we can calculate the selling price. Therefore, selling price SP is equal to MRP minus discount. MRP minus discount. Here we know MRP is 5,000 and the discount is, we calculated discount is 1,000 rupees. 1,000. Then what is the selling price? Just subtract this. Selling price is equal to rupees 5,000 minus 1,000. 4,000. Yes. Rupees 4,000. Now, we have to calculate the tax amount. Tax amount is calculated with respect to the selling price. Therefore, we can calculate the tax amount. Tax amount is equal to tax percentage, that is rate of tax, we know that is 18%. 18% of selling price. Selling price here is 4,000. 18 divided by 100 into 4,000. How much do you get? 18 into 40. That is 720 rupees. This 720 rupees is your tax amount. How do you calculate the total amount now? Total payable amount is to be calculated. We know the MRP. We know the discount. We calculated the selling price. Now, the total amount will be equal to, total amount is equal to selling price plus the tax amount plus tax. Here, selling price is 4,000 plus tax amount is 720. 720. Therefore, the total amount is rupees 4,720. This is the total amount Dinesh has to pay. Clear? Now we are moving on to the basic topic in this chapter, that is goods and services tax. As the name suggests, goods and services, the tax that is paid for goods and services. Prior to 1 July 2017, there were many different indirect taxes like VAT, excise tax, service tax, etc. that were to be paid. From 1st July 2017, all these taxes were abolished by the government and a new tax was introduced which came to be known as goods and services tax. They came up with a motto, that is one nation, one tax. What does this mean? One nation, one tax. For any product that is being purchased, every person belonging to the country will have to pay the same amount of tax. This is what one nation, one tax means. Clear? Now let's study what are goods and services. What is the main difference between goods and services? You can see in this picture, goods are the products that are portable. Portable in the sense, for example, a product that was in the shop yesterday, if I own that product, I can purchase that product. Then it belongs to me. That is, there is a movement of goods. Now when it comes to services, for example, here you can see a beauty salon. A person is getting a haircut. There is a facial being done. In these cases, there is no product that is portable. That is, for example, if this person is getting a facial, after the service, he won't be getting the facial cream or the moisturizer once she leaves the salon. This is what the main difference between goods and services is. Here, this beautician is doing a service for the amount she gets. For example, a doctor who checks your heartbeat, then who checks your BP. This is again a service. You pay for the service. You don't gain the stethoscope. After the treatment, you will be leaving to home. You won't be getting anything in your hands. Now, teaching. Teaching is again a service. You pay fees to the school and you will be getting service. You will be getting knowledge. You will be gaining knowledge from the teachers. Okay, this is the main difference between goods and services. The tax that you are paying for goods and services are known as goods and service tax. In order to study the types of GSTs, we need to first understand the types of sales or types of transactions. Here you can see this picture. GST depends on the transactions. That is, two types of transactions are there. First is the intrastate movement or intrastate transaction. Second is interstate movement or interstate transaction. Intrastate movement. As the name suggests, intra means within the same state. So, intrastate transaction is supply within the same state. For example, a product is purchased by a dealer from Bangalore in Karnataka and sold at Mysore in Karnataka. The transaction is happening within the same state, that is Karnataka. In that case, the transaction is called an intrastate transaction or intrastate movement. Then what is interstate movement? Two or more states will be involved there. Interstate transaction means supply from one state to another. Two states or two or more states are involved. Now, when you take this intrastate movement or intrastate transaction, there are two types of GST that you need to pay. First is the central GST or CGST. Second is the state GST or SGST. Central GST goes to the central government and state GST goes to the state government. Clear? For example, you are paying a tax of 10%. The rate of tax is 10%. In this 10%, half of 10%, that is 5% will be CGST. And the remaining 5% will be SGST. That is 5% will go to the central government. The remaining 5% will go to the state government. Do remember one more thing. CGST and SGST are always equal. Once you calculate the CGST, the same is your SGST. Okay. Now when it comes to interstate movement, you have only one type of GST, that is IGST or integrated GST. For example, if the tax percentage is 14%, this 14% goes to the central government because IGST is paid, the tax that is paid to the central government. Then the central government distributes it to the different states. This is what the case of integrated GST is. Clear? For interstate movement, two types of taxes, one to the central government and second to the state government. Central government CGST, state government SGST. Then interstate movement, the tax amount goes to the central government. This is known as integrated GST or IGST. And you know how to calculate this. Once you get the IGST in case of interstate transaction will be same as the CGST plus SGST in case of intrastate transaction. But you have to remember one thing. If in a question the transaction is intrastate transaction, there is no IGST. And if the transaction is interstate transaction, there is no CGST and SGST. You will be getting CGST and SGST equal to 0 if it is an interstate transaction. And in case of an intrastate transaction, IGST will be equal to 0. You will only be having CGST and SGST. Remember these points while solving problems. Let's move on to second example. The question is, a dealer in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, say X, supplies goods and services worth rupees 8,000 to Y, a person in Indore. Indore is again a place in Madhya Pradesh. If the rate of GST is 28%, find central GST, state GST, integrated GST. First, we need to identify if this is an interstate transaction or intrastate transaction. Here we know Bhopal is a place in Madhya Pradesh and Indore is again a place in Madhya Pradesh. That is, the transaction is happening within Madhya Pradesh. So, in this question, this is an example of intrastate transaction. Intrastate, within the same state. So, it is an intrastate transaction. Intrastate transaction. We need to calculate central GST, state GST and integrated GST. In case of intrastate transaction, we know there is only central GST and state GST. There is no IGST. Central GST, the rate percentage is 28%. Half of the 28% will be, out of this 28%, CGST will be half of 28, that is 14. 14% will be CGST. What about SGST? The remaining half, that is half of 28 will be SGST. We got the tax percentage. When tax percentage is known, we know to calculate the tax amount. Here the MRP is rupees 8,000. Now we will calculate CGST amount and SGST amount. To calculate CGST, how do you find CGST? Yes, that is this much percentage of the given amount. Here it is 14%. CGST is 14% of 8,000 MRP, that is 8,000, which is equal to 14 divided by 100 into 8,000. Yes, 8,000. Cancelling out the zeros, 14 into 80. Do the calculation. What you get on multiplying 14 and 80? You will be getting, got the answer? Yes, rupees 1,120. This is the tax amount, that is CGST amount. In order to find SGST, there is a relation between SGST and CGST. What was it? Yes, what amount you get as CGST will be the same as the SGST. There will be no difference. Okay? If you get CGST some amount, the same will be the SGST amount as well. So SGST, for calculating, we can write that is 14% of 8,000. 14 by 100 into 8,000. We already got the answer, that is rupees 1,120. This is your SGST. So this is the first question to find central GST. Second question was to find state GST. What about the third one, that is IGST? How much do you get? Here this is an intrastate transaction. There is no IGST. Remember this point. In case of intrastate transaction, you will only be having CGST and SGST. No IGST. IGST is in the case of interstate transaction. Therefore, IGST, either you can write it as 0 or you can write nil. There is no IGST. Clear? So first thing, you need to identify whether the transaction is intrastate transaction or interstate transaction. Only after that you have to go for the calculation part. Clear? Next we have a similar question. Example 3. A is a dealer in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. He supplies goods and services worth rupees 8,000 to B in Agra, Uttar Pradesh. If the rate of GST is 28%, find the tax levied under central GST, state GST, integrated GST. We have the same values, right? In the second example, we had rupees 8,000, we had rupees 28%. But what is the difference between the two questions? Yes, here in the first question, that is previous example, we had Bhopal and Indore, which were both places in the same state, Madhya Pradesh. In this case, the transaction is from Bhopal to Agra. Bhopal is in Madhya Pradesh. Agra is in Uttar Pradesh. Now, what type of a transaction is this? Intrastate or interstate? Yes, this is an example of interstate transaction. This is an example of interstate transaction. Okay. So our first step is done. We identified if it is an intrastate transaction or interstate transaction. Next, let's calculate central GST, state GST and IGST. In case of interstate transaction, do we have CGST and SGST? No, right? So we can write for the first question, CGST is equal to 0. What about SGST? SGST is also equal to 0. SGST is equal to 0. We only need to calculate IGST, that is integrated GST. IGST is equal to percentage, rate of GST, that is 28%. 28% of, what is the value? That is MRP, that is rupees 8,000 here. It is 8,000. That is equal to 28 divided by 100 into 8,000, which is equal to, cancelling out zeros, 28 into 80. What do you get on solving 28 into 80? You will be getting 2,240 rupees. This is our IGST. In this question, it was an example of interstate transaction. Two states, that is Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, are involved. Therefore, SGST and CGST will be equal to 0. You don't need to do any calculations for finding CGST and SGST, because once you identify what type of transaction it is, you can know if CGST is present, SGST is present, or IGST is present. Here only we needed to calculate integrated GST or IGST. Clear? Example 4. Given below are the cost of some financial services in the same city, taxable under GST. Cost of services, rupees 500, rupees 300, rupees 400, rupees 600. If the rate of GST is 12%, find the amount of GST on these services. Is the question clear? Yes. Now first step, we need to identify if it is an interstate transaction or intrastate transaction. So it is given within the same city. We can say for sure it is an intrastate transaction. So first step is done. This is an intrastate transaction. Intrastate. Okay. Now cost of services. For different services, different cost. We need to find the total cost. Total cost is equal to, how to find the total cost? Just add this, that is 500 plus 300 plus 400 plus 600. 500 plus 300 plus 400 plus 600. What do you get? Yes, rupees 1,800. Okay. This is the total cost. Now, we have the rate of GST. Rate of GST is given. Rate of GST is equal to, yes, 12%. This is an intrastate transaction. So, we will be having CGST and SGST. This 12% becomes 6% and 6%. That is 6% CGST, 6% SGST. Now we just need to find the tax amount. First, let's calculate CGST. CGST will be equal to 6% of the total cost. 6% of total cost. That is 1,800. 6 by 100 into 1,800. Cancelling out zeros. 18 into 6. How much do you get? Yes, rupees 108. This is the CGST. Now, SGST. SGST is again equal to 6% of 1,800 equal to 6 by 100 into 1,800. You just can't write the straight answer. You need to show every calculation. That is 6% of 1,800, 6 by 100 into 1,800, cancelling out zeros, 18 into 6, rupees 108. Okay, we got the CGST and SGST. Should we find IGST? No, right? Because this is an intrastate transaction. We don't have IGST there. Find the amount of GST on these services. We need to find the total amount of GST. Amount of GST. How do you get? Amount of GST will be equal to, we need to just add up this. That is CGST plus SGST. CGST plus SGST. Here CGST is 108, rupees 108 plus rupees 108. You will be getting rupees 260. This is the final tax amount. Okay. Now we'll solve more questions from your textbook exercise 1A. Here we are not solving every question. Similar questions you can solve it on your own. I'll take some random questions and show you how to solve these questions so that you can solve it later on. Here is the first question of exercise 1A. For the following transaction within Delhi, fill in the blanks to find the amount of bill. MRP is given 12,000 rupees. Discount percentage is 30%. GST is given 18%. First thing to find is discount, then selling price, CGST, SGST, IGST and amount of bill. Let's begin. How do you find the discount? Discount percentage is given, MRP is also given. We can easily find the discount. Discount is equal to discount percentage into MRP. Here the discount percentage is 30%. 30% of MRP 12,000. 12,000. That is 30 divided by 100 into 12,000. Cancelling out the zeros, you will be having 30 into 120. 30 into 120 is? Yes, rupees 3,600. Never forget to put this units. Okay, it's very important or you will be losing marks there. So here it is rupees 3,600. We got the discount. 3,600. Next, selling price. How do you find the selling price? MRP is known, discount is calculated. Now, MRP minus discount. MRP minus discount, which is equal to 12,000 rupees. 12,000 minus discount, that is rupees 3,600. 12,000 minus 3,600. Got the answer? Yes. Rupees 8,400. So this is your selling price. Selling price is equal to rupees 8,400. Next, CGST. We need to find CGST, SGST, IGST. Here, in this question, transaction within Delhi is given. Transaction within Delhi means what type of a transaction is it? Intrastate or interstate? It is an intrastate transaction. Yes, correct. It is an intrastate transaction. For an intrastate transaction, we know we'll be having CGST, SGST. Yes, SGST. What about IGST? No IGST, right? IGST should be 0. So first let's calculate CGST. Here GST percentage is given, that is rate of tax is given, that is 18%. Of this 18%, half the amount is for CGST, half the amount is SGST. Here 18 means 9% is CGST, the remaining 9% is SGST. So to calculate CGST is equal to 9% of selling price. Selling price is 8,400. 8,400, which is equal to 9 by 100 into 8,400. 84 into 9. What do you get? 9 into 84. What do you get? You'll be getting rupees 756. So rupees 756 is your CGST. Next, to find SGST. SGST is equal to same as CGST, but you have to show all the steps. When you calculate, you should be getting rupees 756. Next, IGST. IGST is easy, right? Here in this question, we don't need to do any calculation to find IGST. IGST is 0. Amount of bill. Amount of bill includes the selling price, CGST and SGST. Therefore, amount of bill is equal to selling price plus CGST plus SGST. Here, selling price is 8,400 plus CGST 756. SGST again 756. On adding, what do you get? You will be getting 9,912 rupees. So this is your final amount, which includes the selling price, CGST and SGST. First question is clear, right? Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2 of exercise 1A. Question is, for the following transaction from Delhi to Jaipur, fill in the blanks to find the amount of bill. Similar to the first question. There it was an intrastate transaction. Here it is from Delhi to Jaipur. Delhi to Jaipur means interstate transaction. You just need to remember that point, okay? MRP is given rupees 50,000. Discount percentage is 20%. GST is 28%. Find discount, selling price, CGST, SGST, IGST and amount of bill. Same thing. Okay. Now, to find discount is equal to discount percentage into MRP. Discount percentage is 20%. 20% of MRP. Here it is rupees 50,000. 20 by 100 into 50,000. Cancelling out zeros, we'll be getting rupees 10,000. Now rupees 10,000 is the discount. You got the discount and you know what MRP is. So here discount is equal to 10,000. Rupees 10,000. Next, selling price. Selling price we know to calculate. Selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. Marked price minus discount. Here, marked price is 50,000 minus discount we calculated, that is 10,000. 50,000 minus 10,000, that is rupees 40,000. So we got the selling price, that is rupees 40,000. Next question, to find CGST. We know this is an interstate transaction. Interstate transaction means CGST is 0. There is no CGST. What about SGST? SGST is again 0. We only need to find the IGST. IGST is equal to GST percentage is given, that is 28%. 28% of selling price. Selling price is rupees 40,000. 28 divided by 100 into 40,000. You don't need my help to do this calculation, right? Yeah, this is a simple calculation. Got the answer? Yes, that is rupees 11,200. This rupees 11,200 is the IGST tax amount. Okay. So we got IGST is equal to rupees 11,200. Next, the final question is to find amount of bill. Amount of bill, here it is an interstate transaction. It includes selling price and IGST only because CGST, SGST are 0. So, amount of bill is equal to selling price plus IGST. Yes, IGST is equal to selling price, we know it is rupees 40,000. Rupees 40,000 plus IGST rupees 11,200. We will be getting 51,200 rupees. This is a total amount of bill. In this question, we had an interstate transaction. Therefore, we only calculated the IGST amount. We know CGST and SGST is equal to 0, from which we could find the amount of bill. Amount of bill is rupees 51,200. Clear? Let's move on to the next question. Okay. Problem number 3. Question number 4 of exercise 1A. Find the amount of bill for the following intrastate transaction of goods or services. The GST rate is 5%. This is somewhat a long question. So, there are many such questions in your textbook. I'll just give you an idea how to solve this one. It will take a long time, so we cannot solve every question in this video. Here we have 4 different items of different cost. Each item quantity is also given. For example, you are buying a bowl of rupees 10 and you need 2 such balls. The total amount you pay is 2 into 10. Same thing is what we are going to do here. Here, the 4 items of different cost will have to calculate. First item of rupees 150. Let's calculate. Marked price is equal to 150 rupees. Quantity is given, that is 18. And the total price is equal to 150 into 18, which is equal to rupees 2,700. Okay. Now we have the discount. Discount is equal to, discount percentage is 10. 10% of 2,700, which is equal to rupees 270. You got rupees 270 as discount. Then what is the selling price? Selling price is marked price minus discount. Here we need to take the total price, marked price into the number of items or the quantities. You will be getting 2,700 minus 270 equal to 0, 3, 4, 2. 2430 is your selling price. Now we need to find the GST. Here this is an example of intrastate transaction. Intrastate transaction means you will be having the CGST and SGST. What is the CGST here? You know to calculate CGST. How do you calculate CGST? Yes, we need the tax percentage. Here it is 5%, which means CGST will be equal to 2.5% of selling price. 2.5% of selling price. 2.5% of 2,430, you will be getting CGST is equal to rupees 60.75. Do the calculations. We don't have time to waste. Then what is SGST? SGST is also equal to 2.5% of the selling price. That is rupees 60.75. We calculated the selling price, CGST and SGST for the first item. Now, let's do the same thing for the second item. Here, the total price will be equal to 240 for one item, 24 such items. 24 into 240. What do you get? You'll be getting rupees 5,760. We got the total price. Now what is the discount? Discount is equal to 20% of 5,760. 20%, 20 by 100. You'll be getting rupees 1,152. Clear? Now, selling price is equal to total price minus the discount. You will be getting, on subtracting 8, here again we need to calculate the CGST and SGST. CGST will be equal to 2.5% of selling price. That is 2.5% of 4,618. When you do the calculation, you will be getting rupees 115.2. Same as the SGST. SGST will also be equal to rupees 115.2. Okay. Next, we have the third item. Total price will be equal to rupees 100 for one item, 30 such items, which means 100 into 30, that is rupees 3,000. Rupees 3,000. Now what is the discount here? Discount percentage is 30%. 30% of 3,000. You will be getting 900 rupees. Okay. Once you get the discount, you can calculate the selling price. Selling price is equal to total price minus discount. That is 2,100 rupees. Once you get the selling price, you can calculate CGST. CGST you will be getting, that is 2.5% of 2,100. It is 52.5. SGST is also equal to 52.5. Clear? Now we need to calculate for the fourth item. Now for the fourth item, we have total price is equal to 120 into 12. 120 into 12. You will be getting rupees 1,440. Okay. Now what is the discount here? Discount is equal to 20% of the total price. That is 20% of 1,440. You will be getting 288 rupees. Selling price is equal to this total price minus 288. You will be getting rupees 1,152. Clear? Now calculate CGST and SGST. Do the calculations properly. I will be just giving you the idea. CGST will be 2.5% of selling price. You will be getting 28.8 rupees. What about SGST? SGST is again 28.8 rupees. Now, in order to find the total amount of bill, we know amount of bill includes the total price plus the GST. We have to sum all the selling price and the CGSTs and SGST. So, first we'll add the selling price. We have 2,430 plus 4,000 plus 2,100 plus 1,152. Just add this. You will be getting 10,290. You will be getting 10,290 is the total selling price. Then you will have to calculate the total CGST. How do you calculate? Same as how you calculate the selling price. Add all the CGSTs. That is 60.75. Then 115.2, 52.5 and 28.8. On adding 60.75 plus 115.2, 52.5 and 28.8. You'll be getting 257.25. This is the CGST. Clear? We got the selling price and CGST. We got the total selling price, CGST, and we know SGST is the same thing. Therefore, the amount of bill is equal to the total selling price plus CGST plus SGST. Here, selling price is equal to 10,290 plus CGST we calculated is 257.25 and the SGST is again the same thing. We know CGST is equal to SGST. That is 257.25 equal to, on adding this, what is the final answer? You'll be getting rupees 10,804.5. I know this is a lengthy problem. You should practice solving this type of problems. You have many more questions in the textbook, similar ones. On doing these questions, you will get the skill of calculating. Do practice more questions. Here your final answer, that is the amount of bill, is rupees 10,804.5. Now the concept is clear. We know how to do the calculations. Here first thing, remember the total price, you just can't take the mark price. You have to multiply this mark price and the quantity. After finding the total price, we have the discount. Calculate the discount. Calculate selling price. Calculate CGST, SGST. After finding for each cases, you will have to sum up the total selling price, total CGST, total SGST, and to find the amount of bill, you will have to add all these. In this question, the final answer is 10,804.5. Clear? Question number 12 of exercise 1A. The tax invoice of a telecom service in Meerut shows cost of services provided by it as rupees 750. If the GST rate is 18%, find the amount of the bill. Very simple question. Here we don't need to find the discount because the given is the selling price. Selling price is already given. Okay. Within seconds you can get the answer. Rate of tax is given. Rate of tax is equal to 18%. What else? Selling price is given. Selling price is equal to rupees 750. Then, how do you find the tax amount? Tax amount is equal to 18% of rupees 750. 18% of 750. That is 18 divided by 100 into 750. Do the calculation. That is 75 into 18 divided by 10. Got your answer? Yes, that is rupees 135. Okay. Rupees 135 is the tax amount. We need to find the amount of the bill. Amount of the bill includes selling price and the tax amount. So, amount of bill is equal to selling price plus tax amount. Selling price plus tax, that is equal to, here the selling price is 750, rupees 750 plus rupees tax amount 135. We calculated tax amount, that is 135. Final answer is rupees, yes, 885. This is the total amount of the bill. Very simple question, right? Okay. Problem 5. Question number 13 of exercise 1A. Mr. Pankaj took health insurance policy for his family and paid rupees 900 as SGST. Find the total annual premium paid by him for this policy, rate of GST being 18%. Here SGST is given, which is rupees 900. SGST is equal to rupees 900. Then the rate of GST is given. What is the rate of GST here? Rate of GST is equal to 18%. We don't know the basic amount. Let's take basic amount is X. Basic amount is equal to some X, which means 18% of X is the total GST. Here we have SGST. If there is SGST, CGST also will be there. What will be the CGST? CGST should be equal to rupees 900, which means the total GST paid. GST is equal to CGST plus SGST. CGST plus SGST. That is rupees 900 plus rupees 900 equal to rupees 1800. Yes, rupees 1800 is the total GST amount paid. Now we know 18% of X will be equal to 1800, from which we can find the value of X, which is our basic amount. 18% of X is equal to 1800. Clear? That is 18 by 100 into X is equal to 1800. X is equal to 1800 into 100 divided by 18, which is equal to rupees. You'll be getting, cancelling this, you'll have 100. 100 into 100 is 10,000. Rupees 10,000. Okay. This is the basic amount. Basic amount is equal to rupees 10,000. Now we need to find the annual premium, total annual premium. Total annual premium includes the basic amount and the GST. GST means here we have the SGST and CGST. So the annual premium is equal to annual premium is equal to CGST plus SGST plus basic amount. Basic amount. Okay. What is the CGST here? 900. 900 plus 900 plus we calculated the value of X, which is the basic amount, that is 10,000. On adding this, you will be getting 10,000 plus 900 plus 900. 900 plus 900 is 1,800. 1,800 plus 10,000. 11,800. This is your final answer. That is the total annual premium paid by Mr. Pankaj will be equal to rupees 11,800. Clear? We calculated the value of X, that is the basic amount, because here it was not given. Only the SGST and rate of GST was given, from which we calculated X. Adding the value of basic amount and the GST, we got the annual premium. Clear? We'll move on to the next question. Let's move on to problem number 6. Question number 14 of exercise 1A. Mr. Malik went on a tour to Goa. He took a room in a hotel for 2 days at the rate of rupees 5,000 per day. On the same day, his friend John also joined him. Hotel provided an extra bed charging rupees 1,000 per day for the bed. How much GST at the rate of 28% is charged by the hotel in the bill to Mr. Malik for both the days? Here, bill is being paid by Mr. Malik. John is not paying the bill. Malik is staying in the hotel for 2 days. Per day, 5,000 rupees for the room. Also, John had joined him. But John gets only an extra bed, that is cost of rupees 1,000 per day. He is also staying there for 2 days. First, let's calculate the total amount of bill. Total amount includes both Malik's and John's. Malik, in case of Malik, it is rupees 5,000. He is staying there for 2 days, which means into 2. What about John? For John, it is rupees 1,000. He is also staying there for 2 days. That is rupees 5,000 into 2 plus rupees 1,000 into 2. Rupees 5,000 into 2, you will be getting rupees 10,000 plus rupees 1,000 into 2 is rupees 2,000. 10,000 plus 2,000? Yes, rupees 12,000. This is the total amount excluding the tax. Now, here the rate of GST is given. Rate of GST is given, which is 28%. 28%. We need to find the tax amount. Tax amount will be equal to 28% of 12,000. Yes, 28% of 12,000. That is equal to 28 divided by 100 into 12,000. Cancelling out zeros. What is the final answer? 28 into 120. 28 into 12, 16, 5, 8, 2. 6, 3, 3. You will be getting 3,360 rupees. Got the same answer? 3,360 rupees is the tax amount. So, Malik has to pay a tax amount, GST of rupees 3,360 along with the total 12,000 rupees. Here is a final question for this session. Question number 15 of exercise 1A. Ashraf went to see a movie. He wanted to purchase a movie ticket for rupees 80. As a ticket for rupees 80 was not available, he purchased a ticket for rupees 120 of upper class. How much extra GST did he pay for the ticket? GST for a ticket below rupees 100 is 18% and GST for a ticket above rupees 100 is 28%. This point is to be noted. GST for a ticket below rupees 100 is 18% and GST for a ticket above rupees 100 is 28%. Here Ashraf wanted a rupees 80 movie ticket, but since the ticket was not available, he had to buy rupees 120 ticket. Rupees 80 we know is less than rupees 100. In that case, what is the GST? GST will be 18%. But rupees 120 we know is greater than rupees 100. In case of rupees 120 is greater than rupees 100, GST will be 28%. So we need to find the tax amount in both the cases. First, let's find for rupees 80. GST for tickets of rupees 80 will be equal to, yes, that is 18% of 80, which is 18 by 100 into 80. Got your answers? 18 into 8 divided by 10. We'll be getting rupees 14.4. Okay, so this is the GST amount for rupees 80 if he had bought rupees 80 tickets. Now, let's find the GST for rupees tickets of rupees 120. In case of 120, which is greater than 100, you will have to pay a GST of 28%, which means 28% of 120. 28 divided by 100 into 120, which is equal to 28 into 12 divided by 10. Now, how much extra GST did he pay? How will you find this extra GST? We just need to find the difference between the two GSTs. Let's take the difference. Difference is equal to 14.4. Got your answers? 36.6 minus 14.4. You will be getting 19.2. So, this is the amount as GST that Ashraf had to pay extra because he purchased rupees 120 upper class movie tickets. Clear? That's all for today. In today's class, we have discussed what GST is, how GST was implemented in India, types of taxes, types of transaction, types of GSTs, and then many problems. Hope you all enjoyed today's class. Keep practicing. You have many more problems available in your textbook. Do solve those problems. I'll be back in the next video with the next session. Until then, stay tuned to LearnoHub. LearnoHub, free hai par best hai. Thank you.